they're passionate and they will make you eat talaga. They will make you eat. What was your first date with Sarah like? Did you make her eat a lot?
Yeah, what was our first
Where
date?
did you bring her? Where did you bring her? Like, kayong dalawa lang
Where did we go ba? Wow,
Kasi
yeah,
di ba
forgot
Italian
that.
guys, gusto kanilang pakainin ng pakainin. Parang ganun yung Italiano, di ba?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where was our first date? I really forgot where our first date was. But Sarah loves Italian food and she loves pasta and all that stuff. But she always says, love, sometimes mag Pinoy food naman tayo minsan. Kasi minsan na napapagod din siya sa mga pasta at lahat-lahat.
Ano favorite mo? Ikaw, anong favorite mong Filipino food?
Kare-kare.
Why? Peanut butter?
Sometimes, not all the time. Sinigang.
I love sinigang. What kind of sinigang do you love? Baboy, baka, hipon, isda?
Hipon.
Okay, true.
Hibon, baboy. Iba-iba eh. Depends.
Si Sarah, anong favorite niyang food?
Yun, kung Filipino, sinigang, mga ganyan.
Ano yung sinigang
Pasta,
niya?
vongole pasta.
Hipon din yung favorite niya na sinigang.
Yes.
So same kayo. And then who cooks? You cook or she cooks?
She does the Filipino and I do the Italian and she does the baking in the house.
Nice. And then you take turns or parang like, bahala na kung like, if I feel like cooking, I'm gonna cook.
It depends. You know, I'm with her. I'm inspired to cook a lot. I've never cooked this much in my life.
Yay!
You know, I've been cooking a lot. But Sarah now, she has ASAP tomorrow. They're shooting for ASAP, so she's been inside the studio for 2 days. She hasn't gone out.
Okay.
So,
okay. And
yeah.
What about you? Like, what's your work schedule like these days?
Everything's online, G. Majority of everything I do is online.
Nakita ko yung advertisement mo with Nico Bolzico, di ba? Parang, how did your friendship start?
Bolzico. I think it was in Anne's wedding in New Zealand. We went there. We had a great time. We drank so much. The next day, we both woke up with bruises on our foreheads. So after that day, we were like lovers forever. And he's a great guy.
I know, sobra talaga. As in, para talaga kayong kumbaga kung destiny yung mga magjowa, destiny as friends, di ba?
Yeah.
Did you think that, like, when you were growing up, what was your, because we're talking about love and the journey to marriage, di ba? Parang, what was your earliest notion about romantic love when you were growing up? Kasi, di ba, syempre, like tayo, ang first inkling natin about love is like when we watch our parents, diba? What about you? You're Italian. Italians are very passionate. They're very like, you know, giving and they're very, you know, about their feelings and everything. They're very like huge and like gestures, diba? What was your earliest notion about love? Romantic love, that's what I mean.
I always wanted to get married early at a young age. Sabi ko sa mga kaibigan ko, by 25, 26, 27, may asawa na ako. I always said that. And I'd always... Yeah, but you know, I'm 30 now, so it happened when I was 30. But I always, my dad is my idol, kumbaga, in the marriage field. You know, I wanna be like him. Of course, he's not perfect, but I wanna be like him, like a one woman man.
One woman man.
So I want to do that. I want to give my wife everything, and I want to be there for my wife whenever she needs me. Let her grow. Let her be the best version of herself with me by her side.
Of course, diba, parang 25, you said na parang you wanted to be married at 25. Diba? Parang that's such an early age for a guy. But I feel like when you've already grown up with this kind of atmosphere around you, diba, parang what's the point in waiting, diba? Parang,
exactly.
What were the qualities that you were looking for in somebody that you wanted to be with for the rest of your life when you first became aware of like being in love for the first time? Ano yung mga qualities?
Oh wow! When I was in love for the first time, like I want to marry this girl right away. Like I want to be with her for the rest of my life. But I guess relationships when you're young is very important. You get to learn the ins and outs of relationships, of love.
Right.
You build character. You learn. You get more and more wisdom every day, and you just learn. And one day it just struck me that sabi ko sa sarili ko, this girl I trust. And from that day, boom, yun.
Wow. So talagang trust talaga yung number one qualification for you. Because, you know, like a lot of your fans and a lot of Sarah's fans are very young, very idealistic. I am a pop star and I know what pop stars are all about. Diba? Like, when we look at you and when we look about look at your love story, we know that it's a love story that is worth fighting for. It is a love story that we all, bow down to because my God, talagang iba rin yung pinagdaanan nyo at iba rin. Kasi not a lot of Sarah's boyfriends went through what you went through, and it's something about persistence and something about like a real lasting, love that's fighting for love. And my God, ako, like I've seen you and I might not have been like very vocal, I might not have texted you, but like sabi ko, sa lahat ito ang magsasucceed. You know why? Because when I look at you, I see that you are somebody that will fight for it, diba? Parang when you don't remember the first time you actually saw her, but when was the first time that you realized that this girl was somebody special?
Gee, when back in the ABS-CBN days na she would all just walk in the corridors, going to ASAP, mga ganyan, always see her, I just wave, hello, that's Sarah. Yeah, it was very, very hard to actually approach her because there's so many people around her. And then I remember one time she had a concert in Batangas, and I really went. I went to Batangas, and the vice president of Popstars or something was somebody that worked for Joji Dinko. So I let them organize, like, can I go backstage? Can I get a picture with her, etc. All that stuff. And we actually did. We did that, and from up to today, we have that picture. We have that picture, and I actually sat with the Popstars in front. We watched the show, and then I left, and it was crazy. And sabi ko, wow, I really want to get to know this girl more. And Billy Crawford was the way in, and I went to Cebu when they had a show in Cebu, but it was very difficult, G3. And then later I had to go to college. I left for college. Sabi ko, I'm never gonna see this girl again. So our connection's done. So nag-feeling lang ako may connection, pero wala because she didn't know. She didn't know. So when I got back from college, my manager Georgie calls, Matt, you're gonna be guesting in Sarah Hieronymo's concert in America. In America. She goes, okay, wow, let's go, let's do this. So we went. When we were in the States the whole time, I was the biggest torpe in the world. Like I was the biggest torpe in the world.
But you were.
Yeah, super. My gosh, and after that, I started courting her when we went back.
Naalala ko kasi the first time I worked with Sarah, it was a small show in the restaurant on the 13th floor. And I was walking in, tapos sabi ko, sino yung nag-vocalize? Kakalipat lang niya. Tapos sabi ko, grabe yung boses ng babaeng to. And then like, she was always such a professional to work with, and she was very nice, and she always listened to her mother, and it was such a joy to watch her sing live, diba? So parang, if you're in the presence of somebody that like astoundingly talented, diba? Parang sasabihin parang napakaswerte ko naman naririnig kong kumakanta ng live itong babaeng to. Grabe talaga yung talent. Parang marirealize mo, parang yung Diyos, fair siya, pero partial siya kay Sarah Hieronymo. Kasi grabe yung gifting ni Sarah. Di ba? Parang,
no, but G, like...
When I watch her, sabi ko parang grabe yung regalo na binigay ni Lord kay Sarah. Iba yung talent niya sa lahat. Sa lahat. Yeah. And then you get to witness that sort of like talent and everything every day in your life. How do you feel about being the husband of like the woman that everybody looks up to? Like, I look up to her. I'm a pop star officially. How do you feel about being her husband?
How do I feel about being her husband? I guess every single day is a dream, G3.
Yes.
Up to now, every time we get off the car, every time we go to bed, every time we wake up, every time we have breakfast, I'm like, oh my gosh, it has happened after 6 years. We're actually driving a car together. We're actually having breakfast together. We have a home together, and we're building a future together. I mean, it's incredible. Gee, if you just know, it's just incredible. And I really believe if something's really meant for you, it will happen. It will happen in God's time. It will happen for the right reasons, if you have the right reasons. I really believe if there's an objective you wanna go to and achieve, you really have to have that honest reason in your heart on why you want to do it. Because if you have like some malice or iba-ibang gusto mo, it's not gonna happen. You really have to have that honesty in you. Do I make sense, G3?
Yes, perfect sense. Perfect sense. Perfect sense. Like, syempre, di ba parang ikaw parang now that you have it all, you have it all. You have the wife, you have the career, you have everything. Di ba parang the journey to getting to this place wasn't very easy. Like everybody saw naman, it was a very public journey also, di ba? Parang why do you think that of all the people that tried to pursue her, I mean, like you were the one that succeeded. Why do you think you have, what quality do you think that you possess that made you succeed in terms of like, you know, ending up with her? Kasi everybody wants to, I mean, kaming lahat ng popstar, gusto nila the perfect person for her. Diba? So why do you think you were the one that succeeded actually?
Wow, though I'm so far from perfect, G3.
You're so perfect.
No, you know, every single day I always, you know, I try to be the best for her, and you know what I'm very proud of Sarah G3 is that she is she's a woman now, and you know she's really something. She's amazing. That I mean, she bakes, she cooks, she does all these things on her own, and you know she herself. Sabi ko, wow, I'm actually doing this. You know what? I'm extra proud of her. G3 is that okay, if it wasn't for E6U and for this whole thing, going to ASAP should be in the studio a few days before rehearsing, recording, etc. with a sound engineer and everything. But now we don't have the liberty of doing this, doing that.
Yes.
For 2 days, G3, she's been inside. We have a studio here. She's been inside the studio for 2 days. She'd only come out for a meal. She's recording for her ASAP. That's why she's so good at what she does, because she's a perfectionist. She wants everything. People don't know this. When she just goes out there, yeah, she's good. Yeah, wow, magaling. But people don't know how hard she works to perfect a song number, or you know. So that's really great. I'm very very proud of her. She's by herself. She's her own engineer right now. She's doing her own thing. So grabe, kung alam niyo lang, kung alam na ng mga tao ba na how hard, how passionate she is, and you know, it's incredible because her work mode, you cannot talk to her. You cannot talk to her. Once she gets there, boom, she's so focused. She's just there. And every time I see her perform on stage, I'm like, wow, that's my wife. Like I forget that's the person I live with.
Yes. Grabe. Do you feel that parang ikaw, parang oh my God, I cannot believe like all of my, you know, like all of my love paid off and everything, that it was really a love that led to marriage, diba? Can you take me to the day that you were the happiest with her?
Wow.
Marami.
Marami, syempre.
Pero like, ikaw, like what stands out in your head, what stands out in your mind and in your heart? Oh my God, this is the happiest I've ever been with Sarah.
I guess the day I proposed.
Huh?
Yeah,
Saan ba?
the
Saan ba? Kasi nakita na lang namin nag-propose ka.
one day, sasabihin ko one day, secret muna.
Oh, sige, secret. Pero kasi na ano naman yan eh, anyway, parang when you propose to her, kinabahan ka?
Oh yeah, super.
Did you think that she would say yes? Or ano yung feeling?
No,
What were you going through?
of course, sabi ko, this is it, this is the girl I was...
Tell me na lang the emotions you were going through, like from the when you woke up. Did you know that when you woke up, you were gonna propose to her that day?
No, I planned it, but when the time came,
oh.
when the time was there, when it was the time for it, parang I couldn't do it. I was really, oh my God, I was like, oh, hito na. It was like the words were in my lips, it couldn't come out. So, but yeah.
Sobra ka na stress? Feeling mo mag-yes siya?
I was hoping.
But were you not sure?
I don't know, because syempre, you're in that state na you don't want to be too sure, di ba? You don't want to be sure. What if kung naghindi? Eh, pusa, di ba?
Wait, paano mo na-decide na magpo-propose ka na? Gano'n na kayo katagal together?
Matagal na, 6 years na. 6 years na.
Okay. And then,
matagal na.
in choosing the ring, who helped you? Was it just you?
Paano ba?
Saan mo binili yung ring?
My brother, he's my brother-in-law, he's a jeweler. So he fixed up the ring. But I don't know if I told anybody this, but the first ring was my grandmother's ring.
Oh my God, heirloom.
Yeah. And that first ring, I guess I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it. That the first ring was my nona's ring, my grandmother's ring, my Italian side, and I'm very proud. This is the first time saying this, but I'm very proud. It did not need readjusting or anything. It was perfect.
Perfect. As in, like, sakto. Meant to be. Do you believe in destiny?
I guess. I think so. Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
is Sarah your destiny?
Because I guess because God placed us in the same space at the right time. At the right time when we were both uh, ready. I don't want to say ready. I don't think you'll ever be ready for something. But when I know it's hard to explain. It's hard to say that I'm ready for marriage. I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm 100% complete. No, it's never like that. There's of course there's always some what ifs,
Kinikilig
but
ako, sorry.
uh, but you always have to trust. You have to trust, especially trust in your partner. I trust Sarah so much, and I'm very proud of her. And she's an incredible person that I trust fully. So that's where I hang on, kumbaga.
Kasi all of us, like when I look at Sarah, look, I've only worked with her like as a professional singer, ganyan, parang parati lang siyang ganyan, like she's a star. But I don't have a friendship with her, and I think a lot of us, di ba, parang we don't know her in an everyday Sarah kind of way, di ba? Parang of course you have that privilege, you have that blessing to know her in a very ordinary way. Like when you post pictures with her, na parang, oh my God, sobrang simple ni Sarah. Kasi ako nakikita ko siya star, Beyonce of the day. Parang all of these things, di ba? That's Sarah Geronimo to me, di ba? Parang as a fan and as a popster, I want to know what she's like at home, and I see a glimpse of that. I see glimpses of that when you post pictures of her like at home, when she cooks, like when your sister gets married and everything. So apart from the star that she is, what is Sarah Geronimo? Who is Sarah Geronimo?
Wow. Sarah's an
To you
amazing.
as the person that loves her the most.
Sarah's an incredible wife, G3. I cannot ask for more. A lot of people before getting married were like, what if she's like this? She's never done this. She's never done that. But you know what? You never know until you're there, kumbaga. And this is just the beginning for us. We're just married
I
6 months.
know.
But her growth. I mean, she's an incredible, talented person. She's brilliant. She knows it. She knows what she wants in her heart, and I'm really happy that she's actually doing what she wants. And she, like, for instance, before she'd wake up at 9, 10 a.m. Now she's up before me, 6 a.m. She's already up. I'm like, love, please sleep so I can have my alone time. I can work out for a while. But no, she enjoys it. She enjoys getting up. She enjoys different things. She's incredible, and she's just a great person, G3. I mean, nobody's perfect. But of course, we have our arguments here and there sometimes. All that, I think that's all natural, normal. But in the end of the day, what's important is that you guys see eye to eye, and we're husband and wife. Kumbaga, she's my partner, I'm her partner, and we do decisions together.
Kamusta Ampulo? Amanpulo, maganda Amanpulo. Have you been there before?
No, this is my first time.
What was it like visiting Amanpulo for the first time with your wife? Kamusta
It
yung
was
experience?
It was incredible, G, because all of us tried. We were very lucky that Dr. Vicky Bello invited us to go, and it was a really nice time just to get out and just be with nature because what's happening here with all around us.
Yes,
It's very
exactly.
very
How long were you there?
3 days.
Oy, masaya yung 3 days.
Yeah,
Hindi
yeah, yeah,
yun, diba?
yeah,
Hindi
yeah.
nagsama-sama, diba? And then, of course, diba, parang that was your parang sort of official honeymoon, sort of.
I guess. Yeah.
Happy ka naman.
Of course. Aman was
Of course,
beautiful.
diba, you're getting known to be like an unboxer, diba? Like when I watch your unboxing videos, parang ako natutuwa, aliw ako. Hindi ko alam kung bakit yung mga tao nag-wild, diba? Parang did you feel weird about the attention that people gave to you when you started unboxing things?
I mean, I posted that video 2 weeks before it went nuts.
Oh, and then how did you feel when it went nuts?
I was like, whoa, dang, look at these gamers are so intense.
Minessage pa kita, di ba? Sabi ko, That's so hot. Like, do it more.
I will do it, but I'll put out a nice unboxing for you next week.
I promise. Sige, tag mo ako ha.
Promise.
Wait,
What
so,
product do you want?
ano ba yung mga products na i-unbox mo?
Do you want a Mac 2020 MacBook Pro?
Basta gusto ko yung galit na galit ka. Yung talagang tatapon-tapon mo.
Okay.
PS5.
PS5 is coming
I
soon.
wanted to unbox you and I wanted to really to get to the bottom of who you are and how you love. And because, di ba parang in this time of quarantine, everybody is becoming so reflective and sensitive and introspective. And,
Yeah.
parang it's always good to be in love with someone when you are isolated, diba? Parang I feel like a lot of your fans look up to you and they look at your relationship and see how much you fought for it, and they also see how much you've succeeded in fighting for it. So what advice can you give to all of your followers and all of your fans when it comes to love, when it comes to fighting for love? Because you have fought long, hard, and persistently to get the love that you have now.
My advice, G3, was just whatever you do, especially when you're in love with somebody, you must be honest, you must be true, and you must do everything and anything with a pure heart. Kumaga, if you're doing something with the second thoughts or with a different agenda that you want to benefit from, etc., etc., I don't think you will accomplish whatever you'd like to accomplish in a satisfying way. In the end of the day, you really have to go in there to for both of you. It's not just about you, and you have to do it in the pinaka honest way. You cannot hide anymore. You cannot cover. You just have to be honest. So just be honest. That's very, very important, G3. No, for me.
Why do you think that we should fight for love?
Why do we think we have to fight for love? Because love is the best thing in the world. It could make you feel the best. It could make you feel the worst. But once you find that, and once you find that partner, it will just bring you incredible places. And I always believe, G, you're a beautiful person, inside out, etc. But one day, when you find that person that can come into your life, you will be even. You will synergize together and become grabe.
Ireto mo kasi sa akin, my God, ang tagal-tagal naman ni Marlon Stock ang dumating sa buhay ko. Anyway, for all of us ashmats,
Text ko si Marlon mamaya.
Sige. Basta, kailangan sa'yo manggaling. Anyway, para sa amin lahat ng ashmat fans, like, as a final question, what is the best thing about being married to Sarah Geronimo? Being the husband of Sarah Geronimo.
What's the best thing? Wow, what's the best thing? And, parang mahirap yung question na yan. Saan mo sasabihin ko?
Ano yung mga things na parang grateful ka to be? Kasi di ba parang lahat ng couples ngayon quarantine together, parang, oh my God, I can't stand your face anymore, like 24 hours a day, di ba? Parang may iba naman parang, I want to be with you more. Pero syempre, di ba parang, now that we're in this boat together and we've been quarantined together for the most part, di ba? Parang, it's sort of abnormal, the time that we spend with our loved ones, di ba? Parang it's not the normal amount of time that we usually spend back in the old normal. Di ba? So what do you feel most grateful for being with her, your wife, all the time, like 24/7? What makes you lucky to be the husband of Sarah G?
We're learning about each other, about life, about everything about each other. The smallest things to the biggest things. About adulting to the craziest things, we're learning, and every day is a learning process. No, and about work, about everything. G. That's what makes it so interesting. And we disagree sometimes. But at the end of the day, we always bring it a point. We look eye to eye and say, okay, we have to compromise. We have to look in a compromised situation, no, or a compromised solution always. But this is the first time we're living together, so everything's new to us. Everything's very new to us.
Masaya.
Very masaya. Just to see her do all these things she's never done before, it's amazing. It's amazing. She's baking, and if you saw one of my posts before, she did like this souffle thing. It was incredible. I promise you. Erwan
Nakita ko.
Yusuf, yeah, Erwan, like all other chefs, Erwan Yusuf like tried like 100 times to make the souffle. Sarah did it the first time.
Ibenta nyo yan. Ibenta nyo, my God. Hit yan. Ibenta
Yeah, I
nyo.
will. We will. Hopefully we will one day. And yeah, she's really talented in these cakes things. Huh? I mean, it's not easy, G. All these cakes is very difficult, but she's very good. She's very good.
Yes, of course. Oh my God. I mean, like, I feel like Sarah can do anything. She can dance, cook, whatever. Ikaw kasi, parang carry mo ba sumayaw kay Sarah? Or baka mag-give up siya sa'yo?
Huwag na mag-give up. Tayo dyan.
Maraming salamat, Matteo. Was that hard? That wasn't hard, diba? I mean,
That was nice. Tapos na tayo, 1 hour. 1 hour.
Tapos na tayo 1 hour. Gusto mo ba extend? Gusto mo 2 hours?
Hindi, matulog na. No, but G, before we end, thank you very much.
I want to thank you for like teaching us what you